I'm Tim Zykowski. The premise of this show is simple. I have conversations with entertainers that no one's ever heard of. I'll be shooting the breeze with actors, directors, writers, comedians, athletes, musicians. Simple entertainment.
Is that at our spot? That's when you know you're working a bad club. When your spot is a dead hooker.
And not even to talk out loud.
Is this right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. All right. Well, all right. We should get started. Welcome to Anybody Who Ain't Anybody. Today we're at the Comedy Room, Portofino's restaurant in beautiful downtown Wyandotte, Michigan. And we happen to have a couple of guests. The owner of the club, a stand-up comic. We've also seen him on the show, Sal Demilio.
Thanks for having me back, Tim.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Sorry,
Absolutely, man.
Well, you can clap anytime you want, Chilli. And our very special guest, Chilli Challis. Thank you, Chilli. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right.
I don't know how you could afford me for this. Thanks for flying me in. I got to get back for my Vegas show. In just
Well,
a few
I'm
months,
glad
so.
you made it.
Oh, I did.
And that's how that is, right. You had a great show tonight.
Thank you.
Both of you
Thanks
guys
very
did.
much.
Sal was very funny. The guest set is in his own room, and like he said, it was very funny when he's doing guest sets. That's me too. I can kill for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You guys are both funny, man. You're very funny people.
And you've done all kinds of stuff in this business, and finally you're getting to the Wyandotte local cable access channel.
Is that the right direction to go? So from NBC to cable access show?
You want to cover as many bases as you can in this business.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And
And
that's
you're
what
doing
you
good
do.
work here, so I'm happy to be here. We're
Well,
friends from way
thanks.
back.
From way back. Oh,
man.
yeah, we've done work a lot of times. And you teach classes, writing classes. As a matter of fact, one of the bits that I did in Ann Arbor in your class, the things I hate the most, and it was, I did it at Leo's Club in Windsor. And I get off stage, and Leo comes over and says, Tim, not only was that very funny, but you're very fired.
I like Leo's room over there, but now he's paying Canadian summer money. What is that?
Now, you spent time with Jay Leno on his writing set.
Yeah.
How do you get a gig like that?
You know what? I just
Hey, Charlie, can you write another joke for us?
Hey, we need more OJ jokes. I need some Clinton stuff. You know what? He was very fair. I got with him back in the late 80s. I was writing for him personal basis. And then when he took over the Tonight Show in '92, he gave me a contract. And I worked my way on the show. I just wrote, and I sold so many jokes to him. One day he just called me up and said, hey, you want a job? Get an office space out here. So.
Really?
Very cool.
So that was it,
That's
man.
great
One
time.
day I'm like out, just doing the gigs, and the next day I'm like at NBC.
And that's a full-time job. That's
Full-time job. That's all I did. I actually stopped stand-up for several years while I was doing that.
Really?
Now I'm kind of back doing it again. He allowed me to go out and do my own stuff. I mean, NBC. I signed a contract with them, and that had to be 5 years. Leno has a production company called Big Dog Productions.
Okay.
And I signed with them, and he allows me to go out and I can do these gigs and still, as long as I send stuff in to him every day.
Right.
So.
Oh, okay.
And I'm back doing that under a satellite contract, because just when I thought I was out, they dragged me back in.
And a satellite contract.
Very cool.
What is that? What is a satellite?
Money. It's money. He pays me money for sending in jokes or not, but I better send them in.
So you get money coming in.
Yes.
And
I'm back as a writer, and I can hold up my Writers Guild.
Basically, what he's saying is he needs Hillary to win the presidency.
Yes, I do. Oh my God, just her running is gold, baby, gold. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And Lindsay Lohan, we got to have more screw-ups like her too.
Right.
Which she's got a life coach now, which unfortunately it's Nick Nolte. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Those are the typos.
Boom, all right. Yeah,
NBC.
That's what brought you to Wyandotte Cable Access.
Yes,
Just that kind of material right there.
That's it.
Some of the people you work with, some of those people that would be sitting around this table at NBC, is that how that went? There's a table?
Yeah, sometimes we'd have, because I did everything. I not only wrote monologue jokes, I went out with him on jaywalkings.
Okay.
And I wrote some of the stupid bits that he does. I mean, great bits.
Yeah.
Great bits that
The
he
funniest
does.
ones.
And so, yeah, sometimes that was written by committee. I'd sit with other writers and do that. But many times you're just in a little office somewhere watching CNN, MSNBC, cable access, you know, watching your show and trying to pick up some jokes, man. And you just run them down to him and go, here you go. And he's sitting there on the phone usually talking about his cars or whatever. And,
I was, my buddy lives, he used to live near Hermosa Beach over there, that comedy club there, and I went there on a Sunday night to see Jay, and he literally just probably jokes that you wrote. I mean, he was literally on 3x5 cards, trying them out, and if they got a laugh, he put them in his pocket, and if they didn't, he threw them behind his back. I mean, it was hysterical.
Oh, really?
You
and he did that all Sunday night.
Yes, you live to make those 3x5 cards because that's all he does all day long. They started, you know, obviously, whatever you do, email, fax them in. He'll read like 1,000 jokes a day. But to get to that 3x5 card, that's really special.
Yes,
that means you've made the first cuts, and you know, and he practiced them at Hermosa Beach all the time.
I try to watch Jay every night, but you know sometimes I miss it or whatever.
Sure.
Well, that week I said I got to hear one of those jokes that I heard on Sunday night, and I did, and I'm like, that's one that worked, and it worked that night. And I'm like, there's the process. I saw it from start to finish.
And it's always a surprise, even if you're a writer on the show. You don't know if you've made the show until he walks out and does the joke.
So cool. That's got to be exciting for you.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Or when he messes up one of your jokes, then it's... He used to let us sit on the side and stand on the side, and he stopped doing that because he could hear us going, son of a... gee. Messing up the timing.
I was just going to ask you about that because I've watched a lot of stand-up from the talk show hosts. I like when they do a joke and it doesn't work and they tell the producer, like they had a little bet. I told you that one wasn't going to work or something. I love when that happens.
Used to be Jimmy Brogan, now it's Jack Cohen. He always look over and go, Jack, you tell me that'd work. And one time he actually walked off and walked over to us and slapped us all in that Three Stooges kind of way because we're all up against the wall.
The thing I liked about Leno was when he, with the Michael Jackson stuff, he couldn't do Michael Jackson jokes because he was on the witness list or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And then he brings out Carrot Top and different people, and he stood next to him while they did the jokes. To me, that took cojones. You know, that was like, okay, you said I couldn't do them, but you didn't say I couldn't write them.
Couldn't write them,
so
bring out somebody else to do it.
It's excellent. And what got you started? What got you on stage the first time?
Oh, for stand-up? Just obsession. I honest to God, I did my first stand-up in the 5th grade.
Really?
In the 5th grade, Mrs. Spears, God bless her, an English teacher, made us get up and do something oral. We had to either do a little scene or we could do a poem, and I always used it as an excuse to do stand-up. So, every Friday I would come and do stand-up, and you know, I'd steal a few jokes, and you know.
Or back then it was like, why is there a yellow crayon in here? You know?
And that's how I did it. And then the first time anywhere a stage opened up, I was there, man. I was just obsessed to do it. I love it. I still do.
Ridley's got a lot of people. There's a lot of people came out of Ridley's.
Absolutely.
And I love working there.
Tim Allen, man. Tim Allen, major breaks out of the Comedy Castle. You know. So, yeah.
Now he's somebody that I met. Somebody says, "Hey, do you remember Tim Allen?" And I went, "Well, I know who he is." They go, "No, do you remember him?" I said, "Well, I never met him." And they said, "Well, we're not asking if you met him. We're asking if you remember him." No, I guess I don't. Well, we used to buy, some prohibited products from a group of people that lived in Kalamazoo, and we would walk through the door, and there'd be the guy says. Tim would see me and I would see him, and we would just get together and start busting each other's chops. This is back in '73. And this is before his little experience, and I had a similar experience.
Sure.
And I've matured since. But
well, we've all had a similar experience. We've just never been convicted.
I know, details.
Never convicted.
Details, one of those. But so I met him before, he turned into Tim Allen. He was Tim Dick at the time.
Oh, really? Really,
yeah,
Tim Dick? It's a good comedy name, isn't it? Tim Dick.
Tim
There's
Dick.
No dick like Tim Dick, folks. Here he is. Can you imagine calling this house? I want to speak to Dick. Big Dick or Little Dick?
I'm sure Leo's really worried about it right now.
No, they're talking about me not being funny, not Leo.
Oh.
No, it's me. Leo's very funny. It's me that's not funny. But I'll be back because I got the camera.
He's got to be back.
It's my show.
Thanks a lot, Wanda.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.